He gave my sister the company I built, so I took its future with me. For 11 years, I kept my father's consulting firm alive. No, better than alive. When I joined at 23, we had 4 employees, 1 client, and books so messy they could have been used in a forensic accounting class. Dad was great with handshakes and dinners, terrible at everything else. I rewrote every workflow, built our client pipeline from scratch, fixed cash flow, saved contracts, scaled revenue from $380,000 to $6.2 million in 7 years. Meanwhile, my sister Lauren, the face of the company, made brochures, posted on social media, and showed up to networking events in dresses Dad bought her. She had charisma, sure, but charisma doesn't build project timelines, manage budgets, or keep payroll from bouncing. I worked 60-hour weeks, missed weddings, missed vacations, missed years of my life. I believed I was building my future. Last April, Dad called a family meeting. Mom, Lauren, her husband, Kyle. I even made a little presentation about 5-year growth strategy. Dad poured wine, sat down, and said, "I've made a decision about the company's future." He smiled at Lauren. "Your sister is going to take over as CEO. Clients love her. She has vision." Silent. My wine glass felt suddenly heavy. "What about me?" I asked. Dad waved his hand. Waved it. "You'll stay COO. Keep doing the boring stuff. Lauren needs someone to handle detail. The boring stuff. The systems that generated 94% of our margin. Clients I'd spent a decade courting. The infrastructure that made us profitable." Lauren gave a sweet little smile. "You didn't do it alone. It was a team effort." I looked at Dad. "When's the last time you checked our P&L? Do you even know which 3 clients generate 60% of our revenue?" He frowned. "That's not the point. Leadership requires more than execution." I stood. "Then you won't need me for execution either." I pulled my office keys off my ring, laid them on the table. "I resign, effective immediately." Dad barked a laugh. "Don't be dramatic. Sit down. There's nothing to discuss," I said. "You made your decision. I'm making mine." Lauren panicked. "Wait, maybe we can be co-CEOs." "No thanks," I said. "Enjoy the boring stuff." I walked out. Within an hour, my phone blew up. "Dad, you're having a tantrum." "Mom, don't destroy the family." Lauren, crying voice memos about how I was ruining everything. I ignored all of them. Instead, I called James, the CEO of Hartwell Industries, our biggest client. I'd worked closely with him for 8 years. His company alone brought in $2.1 million a year. "Lunch tomorrow?" I asked. 3 days later, I signed as vice president of operations at Hartwell. Double the salary, better benefits, and best of all, knowledge. I knew exactly which services Dad's firm handled for Hartwell. I also knew how poorly Lauren would manage them. 6 weeks later, Hartwell terminated their contract. James was polite. "We're bringing operations in-house. Thank you for the partnership." Translation: we hired the person who actually did the work. Then I started checking in with our other major clients. Not sabotaging, just listening. Missed deadlines, incorrect invoices, no follow-through, nobody who understood their accounts anymore. They asked if I could consult. I declined politely, but told them I was at Hartwell if they needed recommendations. 4 months after I left, my father's firm lost 6 major clients. Revenue down 40%. Layoffs. Projects stalled. LinkedIn updates about challenging market conditions. Lauren posting motivational quotes on Instagram while the company burned. Last week, Dad showed up at my apartment. He looked small, gray, tired. "The company's struggling," he said quietly. "I made a mistake. Will you come back?" I looked at the man who handed my life's work to someone who designed brochures and smiled pretty at networking events. "No," I said simply, "but I'll give you one free piece of advice." Dad blinked. "The boring stuff?" I said. "That was the company. You just didn't see it." I closed the door.